Hello again, and in this lecture I would like to make sure you know the terminology of object-oriented programming in Python. So now we have the class, which is this blueprint here, or you can call it a prototype that defines the characteristics of an object that is about to be created. So that's the class, and then we have the object instance, or simply the object. So this here is an object, so a checking account object that stores data in this specific file path, and it has this attribute, so it has this fee. Then we have instance variables, and these are variables that are defined inside the methods of the class, like file path here, and these are accessible by the instance, by the object instance that is created by that class. And then we also have something called class variable, so instance variable and class variables. Now, we didn't create a class variable in any of the previous lectures, so I'll go ahead and create one now. Let's create one for our checking account. So that should be something like, let's say type equals to checking. So a class variable is declared outside of the methods of that class. And class variables are shared by all the instances of a class. So instance variables are shared by only the object instance. For instance, let me explain that. Here, this is one of our object instances, so we only have one object instance here, but we could have more. So I'll copy these and create another object instance here, and I'll call this, let's say this is Jack's checking account. So I'll replace that and that and that, and this is John's checking account. And they also have their personal storage there, so let's say jack.txt and john.txt. so Jack has $100 and John has $200. Good. So we need to change that. Jack and John. And if we execute this script now, we will get two values printed out. So -1 for this statement here, because the Jack had, so he had $100 there, but then he transferred 100 and then minus the fee of $1, and then he ended up with -$1 there. He owes the bank some money. And then John had 200, so he has 99 now. So what I'm trying to say is that these variables belong only to their object. But if you try now Jack's checking dot type, so you want to print that, print John's checking dot type, you'll see that this class variable is shared by all the instances of that class. So that's the difference between class and instance variables. Class variables are rarely used, so you'll really have to pass them in here. Another concept now, docstrings. And a docstring is usually passed as soon as you write the class keyword, so just down the class keyword. And that provides the explanation of your class. Let's say this class generates checking account objects. And then you close that with 3 quotes. So what that does is, if we print that out, So we grab one of our object instances, let's say John's checking dot double underscore doc and double underscore again. So print that. So as you see, a doc string is used to provide some information about that class. So it's good to define this string when you're writing classes, so that others, if they use your class, they can apply this operation here, and they can see what your class is about. This is particularly useful when you're importing classes from modules, so when you don't actually see the code of your class, and you can do this, and you have access to the doc string of the class. And then we have the concept of data members, which actually is referred to class variables or instance variables. So this is a data member, and this also is a data member as well. Then we have the constructor, which was this init function. And as you know, the init function, so the constructor constructs your class. And then you have class methods that you apply to your object instance. So transfer is a class method. So this is also a method, but it's a special method, so it's a constructor. And instantiation, if you hear about instantiation, that's the process of creating object instances. So instances of a class. Like this is instantiation of the class. And this one here as well. And you know inheritance now. Inheritance is when you create a subclass out of a base class. And this subclass shares the methods of the base class, plus it has its own methods that are specific to that subclass. Sometimes you also hear about attributes, and attributes are this one here. So when you access these instance variables or even class variables or even instance variables, you can say you are accessing attributes of your class instance, so of your object. And yeah, that's about the vocabulary of object-oriented programming in Python. And I really believe I have given you a solid understanding of object-oriented programming and creating classes and objects and so on. If you still find something confusing, you can either rewatch the videos, because I know object-oriented programming is a bit tricky, but you can even ask questions, and I'll make my best to explain things that are not yet clear to you. Yeah, I hope you found this useful, and I'll talk to you in the next lecture. So we're done with this section, and yeah, see you later.